Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live today. I'm going to share very simply one quick tip, one quick strategy that I use to hit my goals year after year. And I know that this is really going to support you. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. And I got started in my company over 20 years ago, and I made a decision that I wanted to leverage my professional background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood in my own business. And I've done exactly that. Fast forward, I've had the opportunity to build a business I'm really proud of. I support women who call themselves giants because they are a giant in their talents and their gifts. I show them how to take their knowledge and how to package and monetize all of their professional experience or their education and or soft skills, something that is a life skill for them that is a consistent and high level talent and skill, but maybe they don't know how to package it. Hey there, darling. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to see you in just a couple of weeks for Elevate. We're going to have an amazing time. I'm so excited. So tonight I'm going to talk very simply and share with you just one simple strategy that I use to hit and exceed my goals. And if you're like me this time of the year, you get really clear on, like, I like to do my year in review and see what worked really well. And then I also like to look at what didn't work so well so that I can make modifications in my business for the upcoming year. But there's one thing that I've done over and over again that has allowed me to consistently hit my goals. And I want to share this with you. And if you're watching this live, great, share or tag a friend. And if you're watching the replay, do exactly the same. And I want to hear from you. So before I get started and share my one quick tip that will absolutely work for you, I want to know, like, what's one goal that you have for this upcoming year? And I want you to write it here, no matter the platform that you're watching on. What's one goal that you want to hit? Now, that goal might be to start your business, or maybe it's a monetary goal, or maybe it's to lose weight, or maybe it's to have deeper relationships, but write that goal down. And I think that's super important to know and have clarity to be able to write your vision upon a tablet and make it really plain. I didn't make this up, okay? Actually, it's from a really great book that I read. Okay, so I love to write my goals down that way, and I get really clear about them. I get super specific around them. I also like to use a vision tool, which is for me a vision board or a vision book, where I literally take images of what I want to feel and experience in the upcoming year related to my goals, and I put them all on paper so I can see them each and every day. I'm so excited about, doing that process, because for me, it's interesting when you see over and over again your vision come to fruition. So as I shared a minute ago, I'm going to share one simple trick that I've used over the years that helped me hit my goals over and over again. And it's a simple trick. So you ready? Okay. If you're ready, right, I'm ready. This is what I do. Okay. Awesome. I love your goal. Which is go make accountability match my vision. Absolutely. I love that you've written that, because the truth of the matter is you've got to be accountable to the vision. That's why putting it on a board or using it in a book and seeing over and over again what it is, it actually does pull you and hold you accountable. It allows you also, if you've got a shared community of people, your own ambition level and above, to be able in that trusted circle to share your biggest dreams. Now, why am I saying it that way to you, Robin? We all have friends and people that care about us, but sometimes as you are stepping into that next level, you also need to have people who don't punch holes in your dream, or who have capacity on the kind of success that they think you can create. So making sure that you have accountability partners, your own ambition level and above, that you've got coaches and mentors that want you to exceed them, that are not, the great I am. Okay. That's really important. And I think also for yourself, having that degree of accountability to be able to see for yourself over and over again, where am I at? Where am I at? So here is my simple trick. Okay. You guys ready? So whenever I'm working toward a goal, first of all, the goal has to have some kind of emotional element. So a lot of times when people are working on their goals, they only focus on the end result, like, I'm making this up, but let's say their goal was to have to earn their first $10,000, have their first $10,000 months. All right. So they might focus on that as a goal. But what I found over the years is that in my own goal setting and in coaching thousands of clients around their goals, that just the numbers don't do. There has to be a why that drives you. So let me explain. There are tons of people who have a goal to have, to hit $10,000 or more each and every month that do nothing, that aren't consistent, that don't make the calls, that don't do the marketing, all of those things. So clearly, it's not just the number that drives you, it's the emotion behind it. So for me, when I got started in my business, I was motivated by freedom. What I wanted more than anything was to figure out how could I get myself free and stay free. It was my driver. And as I've told many of you, I never built my business for my kids or for my husband. I didn't build my business for my family. They are the benefactors of the freedom I created and the business that I created. And I'm the benefactor of what my husband has done as well. However, I built my business for my own freedom. I couldn't figure out how else would I get myself free. And I want you to think about it. It drove me every single day. Every time I thought about freedom, every time I thought about what I could do in my freedom, those were my dreams. My vision board was just pictures of how I would spend my time free. Would I be hanging out on the beaches of the world? Would I be able to show up at my children's school and help out? What would I be able to do if I were free full time? If I had enough time and I had enough resources, income, how would that change my life really? What would it look like? And I started to step into that vision emotionally. And I realized, man, I could be a better wife if I could date my husband in the middle of the day. I could be a better mom if I could show up and be present for my kids 100%. And I started thinking about how I could show up for myself differently. As well, how I might spend my time. I started thinking about the kind of things that I could involve myself in, whether it was community service or whether at that time I was really interested in triathlons. I thought about, like it takes time to do these things. And I realized that I could live my greatest life owning my time. And I hope this is supporting you. So one of the biggest tricks or secrets I'll share with you around hitting your goals is finding the emotional reason why hitting that goal would just drive you, how it will truly change your life, like literally. And I just started thinking about like not being in conflict with work and my kids and my family, like literally that I could build a business around my life. And that was a driver for me. And because of it, every single time I began to work in my business, I saw it as a tool, a means to the end that would allow me to create greater freedom. It allowed me to ask different questions in the business, even. So instead of me thinking about building a business with hustle and grind, which is not what I do, and it's not what I've taught any of my clients to do, I started thinking about how could I build this business smarter? How can I build this business better, right? So that I could build a business based on leverage, because everything I wanted was really around time. Time is an asset that you can't get back. Everybody has the same amount of time. So if I could figure out ways to get my time back, I could spend it in ways that really made a difference for me. And it was a driver for me. And I know that when I talk about it, I get really emotional and really passionate about it, because I tell you that this is the biggest miss that so many great, smart, incredible women, men that are watching me, that they make, is they focus on a number, or they focus on an action, or focus on something they want, but there's no emotional element that drives you towards your goal. And it was the only thing that drove me. Fast forward 20 years later, I've built a business that's unrecognizable. I get to work within my company, delivering services to my company for just a few hours each and every week. And, versus the trade-off, 50 to 70 hours a week. I never would have imagined that this was possible, right? You know what I'm saying? Like 25 years ago. This is just a thought. And I am committed to supporting more women who are in a place where they're ready to trust themselves, not be convinced, but trust themselves, that proactively seek solutions for change in their life. And if that's you, then you can always sign up for a complimentary strategy session with either myself or one of my team members who will support you and guide you around figuring out how you can renegotiate the way that you earn. Here's a simple trick, just to recap. Um, Literally find that emotional trigger for you. Why do you want to get free if that's the motivation? What are you going to do in your free time? How is it going to change your life? How are you going to be able to show up for your kids, your parents, your spouse differently, for yourself differently? Where are you going to travel? Where do you want to work? Where is that beach home that you've always been dreaming of, or maybe that second home? Really get inside of the emotion of what it is. And then when you go to do the goal, work in the goal, you realize that that goal is tied to that emotion and you won't quit. And I know that's true because for me, every time I was like, every time you pick up this phone, Mia, remember, you're one call away from freedom. You're just one call away from freedom. And I literally looked at every time you build that course, every time you work on yourself, every time you invest in yourself, you're one step closer to having the kind of freedom that you want that's going to allow you to be the kind of mom you want to be. And it would take time for me to be the kind of mom I want to be. I hope that there's something that from my heart that I've shared with you that supports you in understanding the simple, really, really simple thing that you can do. And it really is, it's what I do every year. And I am a person that I consistently hit my goals. And and some of the goals have been really ginormous, but I have emotional connections to why I want to do what I want to do, and I can see it, I can feel it, and I can taste it for with everything that I'm doing. So I hope that this has helped you in some way. I would love for you to write here an aha or takeaway that you've gotten, whether you watch this live or whether you watch this as a replay. I just want to see you this year exceed your goals. I want you to exceed your possibility. I mean, whatever it is that you're seeing for yourself, you can do that and so much more. And make sure that you're in community with people that speak life in a tremendous ways to your goals and your dreams, that are, that your vision for you, that they can see even greater for you than you can see for yourself, because you deserve that. And remove yourself also from any environment that doesn't allow you to be the highest and best version of yourself. Kathy, so you said from here, you learned to trust yourself, right? Trusting yourself is everything. And I'll tell you this, that I think that as we work on building self-trust, that's all anything is, right? Is self-trust. We ask for more of life. We ask for our value in a completely different way. The reason that people charge low ticket is because of not having self-trust. Because if you know that what you do is amazing and can create results for others, then you'll stand in your value. But we've been taught to kind of chip away. Those of you who are really, really talented and gifted at what you do, sometimes you've had some bruises along the way, and people say, don't say it so loud. You know what I mean? Like, not paying you what you deserve, right? Or wanting you to ask permission in order for you to go to that next level. And as a result of that, it has created some blockers in your trust. And what I'm telling you is that self-trust is something that will allow you to step into that next version of yourself. It'll allow you to charge high ticket for what you do. It'll allow you to deliver the most amazing services. It'll allow you to think outside of the box, because the box no longer exists when you understand that you were created to broker the idea. And I'm not really just saying it. You don't see other people doing what you're meant to do because you're meant to do it. I hope this supports you in some way. Awesome. Robin writes, Mia is an amazing coach that helps you understand your full potential and self-worth. Giants create giants. Your circle matters. It is absolutely so true. And I just want to see you guys. I want to see you exceed your goals this upcoming year. You deserve it. Okay. And I'm here for it. I did post a link for a strategy session for those of you who have serious interest in learning how to take your knowledge and package it into a high ticket product. You want to know how to monetize your education, your experience, and your background. this is for you. All right. And if you're investment minded, of course, and you love being in the company of people your own ambition level and above, I'd love to support you. So with that, I'm done. I hope that this tip supports you, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great and amazing evening.